lifeline defenders of our democracy that the Senate passed the For the People Act before the August programming, we first wanted to convey how saddened we are to hear.
It's imperative that we put pressure on the Senate to pass the Voting Rights Act before they go to recess. We cannot afford, with redistricting coming up, that is everybody from the bottom to the top in our states, and how these gerrymandering is already getting out of control. We can't afford for us to not have the Voting Rights Act in place. We need a uniform, codified way of doing voting rights. Everybody's doing it their own way. They're suppressing it wherever they want to, and we can't allow this to continue.
Recess can wait. Democracy. Recess can wait. Woo!
Once again, for Congressman Sarbanes.
We heard a veteran who had stood in line for 5 hours to vote. When he signed up to serve, there was no waiting line. Right. And when he wants to exercise his right to vote, there shouldn't be a waiting line in the United States of America. And what was the response from the governor of Georgia and those Republicans in the legislature? They said, not only will you continue to wait in line, but now we're going to deny you water from nonpartisan volunteers. You cannot have water.
There's nothing more important than the democracy in our nation. People having the right to vote and being able to have that without barriers, without boundaries that reduce individuals voting. And we're saying, do something. If the states are not doing what they need to make access to voting, we need Congress, we need the Senate to act. And we want them to get rid of the filibuster or limit it, do something so that we can make sure that people have the freedom to vote.
And the need to get the job done. So Senator Manchin,
at its heart, it is an anti-corruption.
Look, if we can get 10 of our...
They decide to go from a democracy to an authoritarian government by changing the rules to stay in power. We know this in Turkey, where you get democratically elected, but when you get into power, you begin to change the laws so that you stay in power. All across the world right now, there is an assault on the ideas of freedom and equality and inclusion and democracy. But we together stand up today and say, not here, not now, not on our watch.
Infrastructure and Jim Crow laws.
To elect John Ossoff